Good morning. In the earlier lecture, we discussed about Fourier cosine series, and now the next article is Fourier sine series or sine Fourier series. This article can be studied on the basis of Fourier cosine series. Let us consider a function f of x. This function f of x obeys Dirichlet's conditions, and therefore it can be expressed in the form of Fourier series. So, function f of x is periodic in nature. This is periodic in nature. Period of this function is 0 to 2 pi. As I told in the last lecture, this period may be represented by minus pi to pi. Interval of this is 2 pi. Interval of this is also 2 pi. Now let us express function f of x in the form of Fourier series. So f of x is equal to a0 This function f of x is expressed in the form of Fourier series. That is, f of x is equal to a0 plus summation over n is equal to 1 to infinity an cos nx plus summation over n is equal to 1 to infinity bn sin nx. And the coefficients a0, an, bn in general are given by a0 is equal to 1 divided by 2 pi integration in the limits 0 to 2 pi with respect to x f of x dx, equation number 2. Then the coefficient an is given by 1 divided by pi integration with respect to x within the limits 0 to 2 pi f of x cos nx dx, equation number 3. And finally the coefficient bn is given by 1 divided by pi integration with respect to x within the limits 0 to 2 pi f of x sin nx dx, equation number 4. This function f of x, which is periodic in nature, which obeys Dirichlet conditions of period 0 to 2 pi. This period can be interchanged with period minus pi to pi. This interval is 2 pi, this interval is 2 pi. Taking this into consideration, I have written Fourier series for the function f of x, and for this period I have written coefficients a0, an, bn. What what period I wanted to consider? I wanted to consider this period minus pi to pi, and therefore change the limit. The limit 0 to 2 pi is changed with minus pi to pi. The limit 0 to pi is again changed with minus pi to pi. Here also the limit is changed with minus pi to pi. Interval 2 pi, interval 2 pi, and therefore the limits 0 to 2 pi can be interchanged with minus pi to pi, minus pi to pi, minus pi to pi. So equations 2, 3 and 4 gives the Fourier coefficients of Fourier series in equation 1 for the function f of x. Now let us consider function f of x with some other angle. Whether function f of x is even or odd. In the earlier lecture we considered function f of x as even function. Now let me consider the function f of x is odd function. Let me consider the function f of x is odd function. If function f of x is odd function, and if you take integration of this minus pi to pi f of x dx, and if f of x is odd, integration of this will become 0. F of x is odd, cos nx is even, odd even will become odd, and integration of this will also come 0. Come to the third coefficient. F of x is odd, sin nx is odd, odd will become even, and integration of this will become 1 divided by pi into 2 times integration of 0 to pi f of x sin nx dx, equation number 5. F of x is odd, and therefore its integration from minus pi to pi becomes 0. 0 multiplied by 1 divided by 2 pi will be 0. That is a0 is 0 if function f of x is odd. F of x is odd, cos nx is even, odd, and therefore integration of this term within the limits minus pi to pi will also come 0. Come to this equation. F of x is odd, sin nx is odd, it will become even, and therefore integration of this even term within the limits minus pi to pi will become 2 times integration within the limits 0 to pi f of x sin nx dx. And therefore if f of x is odd function, the coefficients a0, an, bn are given by, or f of x odd function a0 is equal to 0, equation number 6, an is equal to 0, equation number 7, and bn is equal to 2 divided by 5 integration with respect to x within the limits 0 to pi f of x sin nx dx, equation number 8. So if function f of x is odd function, then the coefficients of the Fourier series which expresses the odd function f of x are a0 is equal to 0, an is equal to 0, bn is equal to 2 divided by pi, integration with respect to x in the limits 0 to pi f of x sin nx dx. If these are the coefficients of Fourier series representing function x, this Fourier series will get modified. We have to modify this Fourier series. How to modify this Fourier series? F of x is equal to a0. What is a0? When f of x is odd, a0 is 0. So just put 0 here. Plus, when f of x is odd, what is integration of this? What is value of this a? Value of a is 0. 0 multiplied by anything is 0. Second term will become 0. Bn is not 0. And therefore, third term will be retained as it is. Or finally, f of x is equal to summation of n is equal to 1 to infinity bn sin nx, equation number 9. So, function f of x, which is odd function, odd and periodic function, is represented in the form of Fourier series given by equation 9. And what we find, this Fourier series has only infinite number of sine terms. N is equal to 1 to infinity. It means that this series has infinite number of sine terms. A0 term is not there. An and cosine terms are not there, and therefore this series is known as sine series. But it is expressed in the form of Fourier series, and therefore we call this series as sine Fourier series or Fourier sine series. So whenever you are given a function, the function is periodic, the function should obey the Dirichlet conditions, right? After that, verify whether the given function is odd or even. If the given function is odd function, we know that a0 is 0, an is 0 for odd function, and therefore there is no need to calculate, there is no need to evaluate values of a0 and an. Directly you take a0 is equal to 0, an is equal to 0. This way, lot of labor of evaluating values of a0 and an will be saved. And you can go for finding only bn if the function f of x is odd function. But if the function f of x is even function, in the earlier lecture we saw it that a0 is to be evaluated because it exists. An is to be evaluated because it also exists. Bn is 0, and therefore there is no need to find the coefficient bn. So every even function can be expressed in terms of cosine Fourier series, and every odd function can be expressed in terms of sine Fourier series. Remember this thing. Whenever you are given an even function, this even function can be expressed in terms of Fourier cosine series or cosine Fourier series. Whenever you are given odd function and asked to expressed in the form of Fourier series, it can simply be expressed in sine Fourier series or Fourier sine series. For even function, there is no need to evaluate bn. For odd function, there is no need to evaluate a0 and an, because for even function Bn is always 0. For odd function f of x, a0 and an is always 0. And therefore, every even function is expressed in terms of Fourier cosine series, and every odd function is expressed in terms of Fourier sine series. One more case may be there. The given function may not be odd or may not be even. If the given function is neither odd nor even, we have to use the general way of expressing that function in terms of Fourier series, which will have the constant term a0, which will have cosine terms, which will have sine terms. Whenever given function is neither odd nor even, we have to use the general way of expressing that function in terms of Fourier series, which will have the constant term a0, which will have cosine terms, which will also have sine terms. This is about the sine Fourier series. It's so simple. Hope you got it. Thank you.